Good evening, dear viewers. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Business Insider. I'm your host for tonight, Mohammed Abdelrahim, and tonight we'll be talking about higher education in Egypt, the governmental universities, the national universities, and the private universities, the expansion in governmental, national, and private universities here in Egypt, and their relationship with the job market and with economic growth at large. And with us here in the studio is Dr. Ahmed Bayoumi, the former president of Sadat Academy and Sadat University. A very good evening to you, Dr. Bayoumi. It's an honor having you with us.
Good evening for you and for the viewers, and I am happy to be here again.
Thank you very much.
In this esteemed program.
Thank you very much. It's our privilege, Dr. Bayoumi, to have you with us. Allow us, dear sir, and allow us, dear viewers, first to watch a report about our main topic for tonight, and then we'll come back and start our discussion. Please stay with us. Abir Hussein and Rasha Abdelhamid with the report.
Egypt's National Universities Council has approved the establishment of 12 new national universities with 98 faculties, which will operate starting the next academic year 2025-2026. According to the Higher Education Ministry, that this would increase the number of national universities to 32 and the total of universities in the country to 128. Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research Ayman Ashur emphasized the commitment to offering modern academic programs aligned with labor market needs. Ashur highlighted that these universities enhance education quality and scientific research. In addition, he emphasized the importance of cooperation between public and national universities and the need for modern interdisciplinary programs aligned with the international standards. The new universities will house 98 faculties covering a broad spectrum of disciplines and specializations.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Many thanks for staying with us. And again, we are back here with the former president of Sadat University, Dr. Ahmed Bayoumi, talking about the expansion of universities in Egypt, be it governmental, national, or private. First of all, Dr. Bayoumi, how do you see this expansion in establishing new national and private universities here in Egypt, and in some cases also new branches for public or governmental universities?
Good. I think this expansion is very important because we have increased numbers of the secondary schools graduates. This is a huge number. Every year about 800,000 graduates from the
Sanawiyya Amma, or last year of high school.
From the high school, and all of them want to go to the university.
Yes.
So we have two challenges. Availability means to find places for all of these numbers, which increased year after year because the population is increased year after year. So this one. And the second is the quality of the education in the university. This is very important and very difficult equation to solve. So the government try to solve this problem through expansion and opening new universities, private universities, and now national universities, also with the branches of the foreign universities in Egypt.
Yes.
This big expansion, and also offer wide range of opportunities, of specialities for the students, even the students who aimed to travel abroad from Egypt to study outside Egypt. So this very important trend from the government.
And do we have enough teaching staff to cover this expansion? Because you mentioned the quality, and this is very important. You said the equation is that, yes, we need to establish newer universities. At the same time, we need to either elevate the quality or at least keep it where it is. So do we have enough teaching staff to cover this expansion?
This is very critical question. I think this big challenge especially for private universities, because the main resource of staff members, qualified staff members, is the governmental universities.
Yes.
And for good luck that some of the government or most of the governmental universities have over number of the staff members. So it is the resource for the private universities, but this in certain specialities. In other specialities, the new specialities, of course, there is a limited number of qualified staff members.
And there are many new specialities.
Of course.
For, like artificial intelligence, for instance. It's just the first thing that came to my mind.
Of course. I think also Egypt is very rich country with the qualified people in everywhere.
Very true.
Everywhere in the world, in the Egyptian universities, and the qualified staff, of course, seek for good life. Some of them immigrate, some of them transfer to Arabic universities, to foreign universities. So when you give them good salary in Egypt and good conditions, I think you can attract them again to their country.
Yeah, that's a very important point. But what about those already in Egypt? As you mentioned, Egyptians are qualified, and if I may add, after your permission, Egyptian students at large are talented, and if they really get the opportunity, they will excel. The Egyptians are talented by nature.
Right.
And we've been hearing for decades about how the young Egyptian child's IQ measures. So my question is, are there at the moment good enough salaries or good enough conditions for the young teaching staff that might be required to fill out the vacancies across the private universities, let's say, or the national ones?
The salaries in private universities, of course, is much better than in governmental universities. Maybe 3 times the salary of the governmental university, and this is good attract to the staff, the qualified, because always the private universities try to select the best qualified persons.
Naturally.
So the salary is very important, but compared with the salary outside Egypt, I think it is not.
It's minimal.
Of course. When you give the staff member about $1,000 or $120 this is acceptable here, but they will have more outside Egypt.
Okay. And again, in the past, we used to hear many students and their parents complain that that they were not appointed or chosen to teach at different faculties across universities because there was we wanted 5 here and 3 there and 1 here and so on. But now at the moment with this expansion, do you think that even governmental universities are required to expand the vacancies in the teaching staff, or not necessarily?
Yeah, this is in certain specialities it is required, but in other specialities not, because there are huge faculties with large number of students, so you need also big number of staff.
Yeah.
And other faculties with few number of students, something like the faculty of agriculture, the faculty of science, they have every year low numbers of students. So the increase the number of staff members is not required as or like the
say in engineering or medicine,
or commerce or
yeah. Another question that always comes to mind here: where are we at the moment in the rankings, the Egyptian universities, and how have we progressed in the past few years? And I'm talking here about governmental, national, private, international. Where are we?
Good. So I should ask, ranking of what? Of governmental universities or public or private universities or national universities?
Okay.
The university is not a school. University is educational and research place which build its reputation through years according to the facilities in this university, according to the qualifications of the staff members, according to many things, the research. So this is not found after 5 years or 10 years or this it needs long time to have good reputation, to have good criteria to compete in the ranking of the universities. So we should we should be more patient for our universities, especially the new universities. You can find Cairo University in the top 500 universities in the world.
Cairo, Alexandria, Mansoura.
Good history.
Yeah.
Long history. Ain Shams University.
Yeah, of course.
Long history. Mansoura University, to some extent. Alexandria University, to some extent. Asyut University, to some extent. Okay, this is very good. And they try and do much effort to represent themselves and for the international community and international ranking to have a place and have good reputation.
So you're saying that's a clear point, Dr. Bayoumi, that you mentioned. But you're saying that the fact that we are not seeing many, if any, not seeing many national or private universities in Egyptian universities or Egyptian-based universities in the international rankings, that does not mean that they are not good universities, but it's because you need time to build your legacy and your reputation. This is what you're saying.
Right. But also there are some of the private universities in the appeared in the ranking, international ranking, in certain specialities. Because you cannot be the first or of the top in all
faculties.
In all faculties. That is impossible.
Absolutely.
Just in certain specialities. This is the case all over the world.
Do you have a number, Dr. Bayoumi, for how many universities we now have in Egypt and their classification?
Yeah, this is increased number I think every month.
Really?
But mainly we have the governmental universities, and this now nearly there is one university in each of the each governorate.
Right.
This is one. So we have about 28 governmental university. We have about 20 from 24 national universities rather than 4 international national universities. الجلالة, المنصورة الجديدة, الملك سلمان, King Salman, and the fourth,
New Valley?
no, الجلالة, الملك سلمان, المنصورة الجديدة. I missed the fourth.
It's okay. It's okay.
And we have about 36 private universities, and this is increasing.
36.
Yeah, and we have 12 technological universities.
Yeah.
This is rather than the branches of foreign universities in Egypt.
Yeah, so if we just stick with, what's the approximate number of the international ones?
The international national.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. So we almost have across the board some 100,
More than 100.
More than, yeah.
I think
around 100,
maybe
yeah.
120.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. It's very good. So and still we need more expansion, or do you think that we can stay here and focus on quality elevation?
Good. This good question. International, there is a ratio between the number or the population of the country and the number of universities. So for each 1 million of the population, we need 1 university. So if we have 120 million
then
people,
we need 120 universities.
Yeah.
So we're almost there. Yeah.
Approximately.
Yeah.
Okay. But we should look to the case of our universities, because in the world there is no university with 300,000 students. This is not existed in the world. So we have such kind of universities. We have this in Cairo University, for example, and Shams University, for example, and smaller numbers to some extent, but 100,000, more than 100,000 in Mansoura University, in Alexandria University, in Asyut University, and so on. So this is huge universities.
Yes.
So if we want to achieve good quality education, we should lessen this number. And the huge universities in the world, between 30,000 to 50,000 students.
Okay.
This can guarantee good quality of education.
And so this is why we are seeing many governmental universities opening branches as national universities to also try to decrease this density and sway those who target, say I'm targeting Cairo University, but I have also a choice to go to Cairo National University.
Right.
So this is the aim.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is one of the aims.
Okay. But of course, the cost of getting an education at a national university will be much higher than getting it at a public or governmental university. So that's an important factor as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
There is no comparison between the tuition fees in the governmental university and in the national university.
Right. So again, the fees at the moment. Of course, governmental universities' fees are, almost, they tend to zero, so we're not going to talk about them. But for national universities, say, for the private, for the international, are they, let me stick with the national, because, I mean, as a parent or as a student, you have a choice, after all, to go here or there. But for national universities, do you think that the fees are in the hands of the public, or do you think, they should be a little bit less, or do you think because they cost so much to establish that they even should be cost more? I don't know. I mean, you're the expert.
Yeah.
So.
This is critical question.
Yeah, of course it is, but it's a very important one, Dr. Bayoumi,
yeah.
because many parents would like their kids to go to national universities, but for many also, the cost will be intolerable.
I should emphasize that the main skeleton of the higher education in Egypt in the governmental university.
Right.
We should emphasize this.
Right.
I think about 80 to 85% of the graduates from the high school go to the governmental universities. The main
80%.
Of course, 80 to 85. Not less than.
Okay.
So this is the skeleton of the higher education institution in Egypt. This is very important. This is very critical for the social security in Egypt. This is very important.
And it has to remain this way.
Yeah.
I mean, public or governmental universities have to remain,
of course,
free of cost, or 10 to 0. 10 to 0.
We have other windows for higher education.
Right.
This according to the will or the wishes of the student and their parents.
And the capabilities, right.
If you have the
financial means,
So the national universities, of course, they you have to pay certain fees,
right,
which is reasonable to some extent to some class of people
compared to some private or international universities.
And this is non-profit universities. The national universities, non-profit universities, rather than the private universities, which is profit universities. And of course, they want to cover the expenses of education and so on. And have some revenue from this.
Okay, you talked about a very important statistic, Dr. Bayoumi, that 80 to 85%, as you said, of high school graduates go to public or governmental universities and have a chance to do so. What about education at large, like elementary, secondary, and high school? Do you have a percentage for how many go to public or governmental schools and how many go to private or international ones, percentage-wise? Or do you have an estimation?
I think the private schools mostly now go to the private and national universities, mostly.
Right.
Maybe more than 95%.
Right. Now, my question was, what's the distribution like in elementary, secondary, and high school between those who go to public or governmental schools and those who go to private or international schools? The distribution, like 90% go to public schools and 10% go to private ones. Like, do you have an estimation for that? Would that be an accurate estimation? Would that be? It's an estimation. Like at least 90% go to public schools.
I think the Ministry of Education
they must have this.
Have these statistics. But
we could say at least probably it's at least 90%. The public schools. Right.
Of course.
It's going to be more.
Maybe more.
Maybe more. It's going to be more than the percentage in higher education.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Comparing the numbers.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. Dr. Bayoumi, what is the governing body for all universities in Egypt?
Yeah. The governing body is the higher council for private and national universities now. Because before 3 or 4 years, the council for the Supreme Council for universities was one for all universities,
right,
governmental, public, and private. Now, because the expansion in the number of private and the national universities, so they have their special council, which is responsible for all issues concerning these universities. And it is the chief of this council is the minister.
It's still, yeah.
The minister of higher education.
So which body is entitled with saying that this, certificate is a certified one accepted by, say, the Syndicate of Engineers, the Syndicate of Doctors, it's accepted worldwide? Which body is there a single body that's entitled with this specific?
The Supreme Council for Universities.
Right. Yeah. It is the only one responsible for this, saying
for
that this certificate is, the accreditation.
Of the certificates.
And of course, you advise the students and the families to see whether their concerned university has a certified certificate worldwide,
and
or at least in Egypt.
This is published. This is published.
It's public information.
Every year. During that time. Before admission to the university, the ministry publishes the list of certified universities. And everyone can go to the Supreme Council of Universities, ask about the accredited universities or not.
Right. Anyone, any university accredited by the Supreme Council will be necessarily accepted worldwide, or it will be a different case in Europe, in America, and so on?
This is depend on several factors. First, you should have graduation of more than one year. So this is
a class, a class, more than one class.
And also you have accreditation. You should have accreditation from the National Council of Accreditation in Egypt. This is very important. And also you should join to certain associations all over the world, in the Arab area, Africa, in European associations, international associations of universities. All of these things, or all of these parties are places for recognition of your certificates.
Governmental universities, are they accepted, their certificates worldwide?
Of course.
Okay. So we're talking here about the national and the private, and the international ones at large. And being certified here in Egypt doesn't necessarily mean that they are accredited worldwide. Not necessarily, right? Maybe some faculties, others not. Others would need more studies to make the
also to do some exams and so on.
Okay.
But it is accredited.
Okay. Now that's a very important point.
Because this is depend on the curricula you have studied. And if satisfied the needs of the country you want to go, it's okay.
Yes, absolutely. Dr. Bayoumi, if we are talking about the faculties that we have across all universities in Egypt, and you mentioned that we have a lot of new specialties, we want the graduates to meet the job market. So tell us, what do you see in the future? Which faculties you want to see our students join more, and if there are saturated or oversaturated faculties that you think we should start shying away from them because they don't meet the job market needs here in Egypt or worldwide?
This is very important because you should look to Egypt, to the number of population of Egypt, the number of graduates every year. They are youth. They are needed locally,
regionally, and
internationally.
Yes.
So you learn your students for these markets, local, regional, and international.
Correct.
Of course, now there is a new trend in the sciences. The
AI,
renewable energy, the artificial intelligence, computer sciences, mechatronics,
biomedics.
Of course. So these are needed, and these are new programs. But
These might be needed everywhere. Can I say so?
no,
Be
not-
it here in
not-
Egypt or
not everywhere.
okay.
But in general, yes.
Okay.
And you don't need huge number. You need
Okay.
certain defined numbers.
Okay.
This is very important. When we look to the specialities in the humanities are very important,
Of course.
but we have much of the graduates,
There is a saturation there.
of course. So we have to keep them, but in limited number to be more qualified. They always needed everywhere, but in limited numbers to maintain. And even for example, now the graduates from some faculties like faculty of pharmacy,
Yes.
huge number of graduates.
Dentistry as well, yeah.
Dentistry also. So you want to control the admission and the graduation.
Because many of those will not find jobs.
Maybe in the future
Yeah, yeah.
they will have a job with much more effort, with difficulty.
Or might be forced to work, to do another job that's not necessarily directly
Of course,
related
but
to
now
what
you
they study.
invest in education, so your investment may be successful or not. You want to be successful.
So let me ask you about the Faculty of Medicine. I mean, this is an area that's intriguing because we do have a lot of students who want to join the Faculty of Medicine in Egypt. At the same time, so there are many students, but at the same time, because our doctors and talented doctors and the new graduates travel abroad to the Arab region, to the US, to Europe, and elsewhere around, because they are so talented.
Yeah.
So we have a shortage. But at the same time, we have so many. So what do we do with this area? I mean, the Faculty of Medicine specifically.
Yeah, of course. It's very critical because we have talented students, as you say, and we graduate increasing numbers, but the market in Egypt is not valuable for them. Salaries are very weak.
And other conditions as well, not just salaries. Sometimes,
So it's hard to study,
Yeah.
and need always to follow up. This is at the end is not valuable. So I will go to the valuable side, outside Egypt, either in Arab countries or in Europe and so on.
Where they will find appreciation.
So
and they
you
do
pay
Yeah.
for the learning, you pay much, and then you haven't nothing.
So what do we do with this?
I think they should have much more salaries to
encourage them to
keep
stay
them.
here.
Yeah, to keep them.
Yeah. But we still need a lot of medicine graduates, right? A lot of new medicine
Not
graduates.
too much,
Okay.
because we should look first to the quality also.
Okay. That's a very important
We want not to.
So you are hinting here, and this is no secret, that some private universities, the quality of education, especially in the Faculty of Medicine, is question. I mean, it's not the high standard. It's not the standard. It's not the governmental.
They are in the
university
beginning.
standards. Okay.
They spend effort, and they are in the beginning. And this, of course, needs some time.
Right.
And also in some governmental universities. This is the case in the new faculties. They need assist.
And I guess in the national universities as
Of
well.
course.
The new branches,
Yeah,
at least.
yeah, of course.
What about the Faculty of Engineering? We also have a lot, I mean, hundreds of thousands who want to study engineering. But,
there is a contradiction. You can find, to some extent, the graduates from commerce university have much more salaries, and they are needed more than engineers.
Really?
The graduates of computer science are more needed.
Still?
Of course.
And
This
you think this
contradiction.
is still a future?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not a trend that used to be.
No, no.
Okay. We're learning from you. That's why we're asking the
Yeah.
question.
This
Okay.
is the market now.
Okay.
How much the salary of an engineer and how much the salary of computer graduates, computer science graduates.
And I guess, of course, when we talk about engineering, then we should be selective as students and aspirants about specific departments. These specific departments might have a much better prospect than other departments, right?
I think if you want to see the mirror of higher education, you can look to the tansiq every year. Look to the first stage, the second stage, the third stage, and so on. Which faculties in the first stage?
It's always medicine and engineering. It's always.
Yeah.
It has been the case for decades.
course.
It will continue to be the case. Finally, Dr. Bayoumi, technological universities, how important are they for the job market in Egypt?
It's very, very important and very useful trend, because always we need the technological or the technicians who are well qualified in Egypt, locally and internationally. And now you know that, for example, in Europe, there is a shortage in the
Skilled technicians
in
or
the
laborers.
workers.
Yeah.
They need much and much. And I think that I remember that 7 years ago, something like this, some of the German universities wanted to send them some of our graduates which have the tendency to travel, to learn other language, to work in other country. They will do transferable training to them from their specialty to other specialty. And then will be qualified to work in this country.
So there should be a focus
Of course.
on technological universities from the part of the government, the private sector, and us, the community, the students and the parents.
Now everything is based on technology.
Dr. Ahmed Bayoumi, the former president of Sadat University, always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear viewers, for watching Business Insider.